All right, let's get started with this LCK tier list for 2026 season, and we're gonna be starting with FearX. So since everyone in the LCK has changed their roster, so I can't really just put Bro and DNF at the bottom because everyone's roster has changed. So let's start with FearX, and I still do not like Vikla. Vikla as a mid laner, I feel like he's just so he cannot compete with the other teams. Like, of course they can't be with Faker, Showmaker, Chovy, BDD. Like this, the mid lane pool is so stacked that I just don't like Vikla. Also, after he joined the LCS, I can't really put my trust in him. I mean, he sometimes beats Showmaker, but Showmaker's out of his prime, and I'm really sad. And I really don't like. I'm really biased. I hate Vikla. I literally hate Vikla. I want to see how this rookie can do. Daystar. It's gonna be his first year playing in the LCK, and I really want to see how he does. So I just hate Vikla. So this is a Vikla hate speech right now. Diablo Kellen, they work fine. People have been saying that Diablo and Kellen are gonna be like top 8 carry. I see it in Diablo, but his team's not really that good for me to see Diablo's full potential. It's like the support. Usually you can't see a support's full potential unless you're on a good team. So I'm gonna say they're B tier. I don't. This is the same roster from last year, so I want to see how they do next year. They were able to beat DK. Wow, they were able to beat DK, so they're pretty good. So I'll put them in B tier for now. I want to see more of Raptor. From what I saw from Raptor, he's a good jungler. He is a good jungler, but I just want to see more from him. Clear, I think he's fine. I think he plays like a regular LCK player. Dian Freaks. Dian Freaks, I am pretty sad that Bulldog's not on the team anymore. Closer, if I'm not wrong, Closer was on Bro. I don't like that Closer is on Dian Freaks instead of Bulldog. I feel like Bulldog is much better. He's been on Freaks for the entire time. It wasn't really a Bulldog's fault, so I don't like this change. I still think they're gonna be last. But since they have Doc, Dom, and Peter, I think they'll be in a good spot. I still have not been impressed with Piosik ever since he went to NA and then he came back. I have not been impressed by him. So I just don't think Piosik has it in him anymore to compete with all the other junglers. Plus his team is not the greatest, so yeah, I don't think Piosik is a great jungler. Closer, he played all right on Bro. Who did he beat? Bro beat DK sometimes, but Showmaker's pretty weak, so mid lane he'll sometimes get the advantage. Doc Dom and Peter, they are Worlds finalists, but I am not impressed by Doc Dom. Peter, I think he's a good support, but since he's on Dian Freaks, it's a pretty weak team, so he can't really shine as a support with his teammates following up on his plays. But Doc Dom, I'm not really impressed with Doc Dom. In 2022, I see him as a one-trick merchant and not really that great. In the finals, he was the underlying factor on why KT kind of lost. He was getting caught out a lot. So I'm going to put them in C tier. I don't think any team is that bad to be D tier in the LCK. So I'm just going to leave that blank because you're not going to tell me that, okay, bro is a bad team. Like what? Yeah. Next team is Dplus. I'm going in order. So Dplus, I think this is a good team. I think Aiming and Barrel underperformed last year. I don't really like the coaching change. I've heard rumors of CV Max not coaching that well. It's like he's like, what is CV Max? Okay. Well, Bengi, I think he'll be a fine coach. I mean, not Bengi. Bengi's not the team. Anyways, CV Max, I think he'll be a fine coach. There has been a lot of drama around him, but I don't know if that affects the coaching. He was on Gen.G, and they seemed to be doing fine. They did fine. So, yeah, coaching, I'm not really worried about. Now, the big change is the bot lane. Aiming and Barrel are off the team. and I know a lot of you guys are happy about that. And I do agree that aiming and barrel are not the greatest anymore. If you guys been watching 2022, 2021, and 2023, aiming and barrel were actually going crazy in those years. Barrel actually won 2 championships from 2020 and 2022. Aiming was crazy on KT back in 2023. But right now, I just think that we should have rookies as our players. Since career, I'm kind of excited about. This guy is a rookie, plus Smash is also a rookie, so this team is kind of just full of rookies. Now, Showmaker is on the team, so I think Showmaker can lead this team to victory. Smash is upcoming talent, and career I think is also a great Challengers player from what I've watched of the Challengers team. And Lucid and Siwoo, I think they've been playing great. Siwoo sometimes never put aside. I just know he's good on Gwen, but I hate. I mean, I don't like seeing him on Gwen, but he's a good Gwen player. Lucid is also a good jungle duo with Showmaker, so I think they'll do well. I want to put them at A tier, but it's definitely an A tier team because they have Smash and Career. That's anyone that's not barrel and aiming, I would put them in A tier. But right now, I think you guys would get mad at me if I just say, "Oh yeah, freaking they're freaking 2 rookies on the team." So I'll put them at B tier for now because from what the last season we've seen, Showmaker has not been looking the greatest, and Seaweed and Lucid just look fine. Plus, they barely even scratched top 5 last year, but that's due to them having aiming and barrel. So I'll put them higher than FearX because I feel like the bot lane is an upgrade, while FearX just kept the same team. I am a Showmaker fan. I want Showmaker to come back in form, but I just don't see it. And let's move on to DRX. This DRX team has prevented me from making this video because they would not show me their jungler. Also, Dian Freaks, because I did not know if Pilsic was resigning or not. Okay, let's see. DRX. Let us see the DRX team. Okay. So for DRX, we have Rich. Rich, I feel like, is a fine top laner. He's stable. He will not lose lane, I think, because top lane is an island. So I'm fine with Rich. Now Vincenzo, I have not seen anything about Vincenzo. He is an esports academy player, so he's a rookie. And I assume, just like all rookies, they'll underperform for their first 3 months. So for LCK Cup, I'm gonna put them down a little bit. And UCal, I believe, has just came back from the LPL, if I'm not wrong. Anyways, I wasn't really impressed by him, I don't think. UCal was, I mean, I thought of him as fine. I didn't really see much of him. So, yeah. Anyways, Nongshim. But yeah, I'm not really impressed with him. I don't think he's going to be that great of a mid laner. Now, bot lane, they got rid of Teddy. I'm pretty happy about that. I think Teddy's past his prime. I think Teddy is finished. I don't think Teddy's a good bot laner anymore, so yeah. Now we have a different bot laner, and it's Jiwoo from Nongshim. I think Jiwoo is actually a really good bot laner. From what I've seen, I am still remembering his 2023 days of him playing so well. And 2024, and was it 2023? It was one of the years. It was either 2024 or 2023 that Jiwoo played well. And I was pretty impressed by him. He hasn't really done anything in the past 2 years, so I think he's just a fine bot laner. Plus his support of Andy. Andy's a fine support. I think he plays well on Alistar and only Alistar. I don't really see him as a great support, but he's a good support at least. So with that, put them in. They'll definitely struggle for LCK Cup. I don't like this DRX team. I don't think they'll do well in the LCK Cup, but they might change it around for the spring and summer season. So let's move on to our next team, and it is Gen.G. This is an easy S tier. Even though they don't win Worlds, you guys have to see how dominant they are in the LCK season. You're telling me they lost only 1 game the entire year? That is incredible. It's the same roster too, but with a different coach. Kim was the reason why they got to this 29 wins, by the way. And Ryu, I don't really have that much faith in Ryu. So they might lose, but they'll still be a good team. Look at the 4 core players. They have Keen, Canyon, Chovy, Ruler, and Duro. This team shows they're MSI winners. They took Hanwha Life to Game 5 at LCK Cup last year, too. Worlds, they underperformed. Yeah, the Worlds was the only time they underperformed. But throughout the rest of the year, they were dominating. So there is no need for me to continue any longer. We already know that Gen.G is a powerhouse. And so let's move on to the next team. And so I put Gen.G in S tier. Let's move on to the next team. We got Hanwha Life Esports. Hanwha Life has changed 2 players. Peanut has retired. Have a nice retirement, Peanut. And he has been replaced with Kanavi. Kanavi just had last year was on Top Esports, and I believe he was one of the reasons on why they were so good. Now the second roster change is that they have replaced their bot laner of Viper with Gumayushi. Now this is a huge change. I do think Gumayushi is better than Viper, but Viper plays so well for a team, and Viper is going back to LPL. So, Gumayushi. I think of Gumayushi as the best AD carry in LCK, or at Internationals at least. His mechanics are fine, really good, and I want to see how he does on Hanwha Life. We don't know. We haven't seen Kanavi or Gumayushi play with this team. Gumayushi and Zeus also have synergy because they haven't played on the same team. Now I want to see how Gumayushi and Delight play, and I think this is going to be a great team. S tier definitely. They'll be a strong team, no doubt about it. Plus they have all powerhouses. Like we have Zeka. Zeka's been underperforming ever since his Worlds win. He is still melee player, a great melee player. His mages have been getting better, I think, if I'm not wrong. I don't really trust him on mages, but they have been getting better. His Aurora is fine. His Orianna is fine. I don't really and his Kali. Oh my gosh, that's not a mage, but Orianna and Aurora, his mages are getting better, I think. Never put Sky on Nazir though. I cannot trust Zeka on Nazir anymore. I don't think I will ever trust him on Nazir. But Zeka is a mid lane assassin merchant, melee merchant. If he's on a melee character, you already know he's gonna perform well. Put him on Akali, Sylas, the Yone, anything that's melee, he will absolutely perform. He's so good on those. Overall, I think this roster is pretty good. It will definitely be an S tier, I think, because they've basically gotten pretty good upgrades. Now the coach, I don't know much about Home. I don't know if he's a good coach or not. Delight, I feel like Delight and Gumayushi are gonna go well, but the only thing Delight is not proficient in is his enchanters. He cannot play. I do not believe that Delight can efficiently play enchanters like someone like Lehens can. But this roster is pretty good. I'll put them in S tier. This will be, yeah. KT. Ooh, this KT team I don't like. It's the bot lane. I do not like because. So let's say what they got rid of. They're keeping their top 3 perfect because BDD are all back and re-signed. Now the bot lane, Doc Don Peter, they've gone to Dian Freaks, and we have gone aiming from DK and Ghost from Astralis and Polu from if I'm not wrong, bro. Now I don't like this. We have a pretty mediocre support. Polu, if I'm not wrong, just played engaged supports, and all I've seen was engaged supports from him. I think he's also like 6 foot, like he's a giant. But Polu, I was not really impressed with. He was on a bottom tier team, but same thing. If you're on a bottom tier team and you play support, you can't really perform that well. I think this team is pretty good, so I might see something better from him. Now Ghost was an AD carry for Astralis, and now he has role swap to support, and he's on a team. I don't really like role swappers. I know Corja J role swapped and won Worlds, but I do not like how you're an AD carry and role swap to support at this time. So I'm not really confident in this. Aiming, same thing. I feel like Aiming's on a decline right now. He's not been playing the greatest, but he's back on KT. This is two of the players are the same players that were at Worlds in 2023, Cuz and BDD. So maybe they'll play fine. I'll give Aiming that he'll play fine on this team. Plus they have Perfect. So and maybe the support will do well. So I'm putting them at a high B tier. They'll definitely beat DK. Actually, I'll put them at A. They do have BDD. BDD is an amazing mid laner. He's able to carry the heck out of players. BDD carried them to Worlds. Oh my gosh, like, you have a pretty low tier AD carry, and if your teammates are performing like Perfect did, BDD just carried them to the World Finals. Like, if BDD was not on this team, I'd put them at maybe like C tier, but since BDD's on this team, I'll give them an A tier. Nongshim RedForce. So what we have is Gideon is gone, Jiwoo's gone, Calyx is gone, and for that we have replacing Gideon is Sponge. Sponge was a jungler, if I'm not wrong, DRX, and Calyx has been replaced with Scout, who was on Gen.G and LPL last year, and Jiwoo has been replaced with Taeyun. Taeyun was on WE. Yeah, I'm not really impressed by Taeyun. Yeah, Taeyun, okay, now I remember he was on KDF in 2024. That's what I remember from. Taeyun, I don't think Taeyun's good. I think Jiwoo's better. Why did they get rid of Jiwoo? What? Anyways, Kingen, pretty good top laner, solid top laner. He has some moments where he, does some bad stuff. I hate him, but he's a good top laner. Sponge? If Sponge played not the greatest year last year, so I don't know why they're trading Gideon for Sponge. Scout is always going to be a good mid laner. I don't know what happened last year. That guy collapsed. I don't know what happened. Gideon, I mean, Scout just collapsed last year. Maybe it was due to the controversies he's been having or court cases, because Scout has been having a lot of court cases in LPL for, I think, not paying or not staying with the team. I don't know much about it. But Scout, pretty good mid laner. I still believe he's a good mid laner. I know it sounds crazy. He made it to Worlds in 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, unlucky season. 2025, that was his worst season, actually. So I still have trust in him. Plus, he's back in LCK. He can speak Korean. Doesn't have to speak Chinese anymore. Now, will his gameplay speak on how good he is? I don't know. Maybe he'll be worse than Showmaker. If he is, that's gonna be pretty sad. But I'll put them under. I'm thinking Scout will be worse than Showmaker, because I still have faith in Showmaker. I'm biased. But Taeyun, I don't like Taeyun. I don't know. He's been LPL, so when he came back, it's gonna be a hard. Maybe he'll play differently. But I was not impressed with him in KDF on 2023 or 2020. What was it? 2024? Hold up. Oh, it was Taeyun. 2024, he was fun. Yeah, he was on challenges in 2024. WE in 2025. I was not really impressed with him. He was on a pretty bad roster, so that could be. Monkey's pretty good. Karis is all right. Vampire is actually not a bad support. I rock with Vampire. But I do not like Taeyun. I think this is a downgrade in support and a downgrade in mid lane not a downgrade in mid lane. I think Calyx is not the greatest, but he's a rookie, so I think it's a downgrade in jungle though. And Lehens, I think Lehens is a good support. He hasn't been on the greatest rosters in the past, so I think it doesn't really tell you how good of a support Lehens is. I'm putting them behind DK. I do not like Scout on this team. And I don't like Taeyun, so I think they'll be behind. Actually, I think they'll be behind FearX. Like, what am I saying? FearX has a better bot lane, has a pretty good jungler, and not a bad top laner. Vikla, I hate. Get off my screen, Vikla. I'm sorry, I hate Vikla. But anyways, I think this is pretty good. I think you guys can agree with me that Nongshim is not looking greatest with the jungler, bot lane, mid lane. I still think top and support are good, but I just don't see these are upgrades. All right, we're going back to OK Bro. We got casting. Oh, I don't know these players. Okay, let's pull it up. Okay, so the first player we have Casting. Casting is a rookie, so I do not have any idea on how this guy plays. He seemed to have a good season. His teammates seem good. Paddock is a great player, I think. So I think he'll do fine. I can't really say much about him, but Gideon was on Bro. No, he's on Nongshim. They had a pretty weird season, cause let's see, Gideon Nongshim, cause they went what? Nongshim went 0-12 and they went 0-12. I couldn't. I only remember rounds 3 and 5. Let's see how they did in LCK Cup. Let's see. Nongshim went 2 and 3, last place. Let's see who they lose to. I should tell us the games, but anyways, 2 and 3, not the greatest. Nongshim here, they won against FearX. But yeah, they tied against some teams, but they struggled. Okay. But yeah, Gideon, he performed all right. He's an all right jungler, I think. If I'm not, I'll just say he's like an all right jungler. Okay, I don't remember much about Fisher, so I'm gonna put. Okay, this is really strange, but one thing I do know about is Teddy. This guy is washed. I cannot put Teddy. I literally cannot trust Teddy anymore. I'm sorry, Teddy. You are washed. I'm sorry. You can't perform anymore. I think Lazy Feel is better than you. I'm sorry for all the Teddy fans I'm pissing off right now, but I cannot trust you anymore. I'm sorry. Please. But, his team was pretty subpar, though, so that could be a reason thing to it. But his mechanics and champion picks were not. It was not his year as champion picks. I know he's an Ezreal and Azaya player, but I think this team is gonna be in like C tier. Plus, they got rid of Morgan. Like that was kind of one of the players that made this team kind of good. So, yeah. Namgung, I assume he's also a rookie. So this team is basically 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 3. This three of the players are rookie. Two of the players are rookies. One is in an academy, and other 2 are not the greatest. So I think these guys are in last place. I actually think Dian Freaks can beat these guys better. Okay, now for the last team. I'm gonna get crucified or something. I'm gonna get killed if I say my opinion. But only change is they got rid of Gumushi and replaced him with Pays. I'm a Pays Glazer. I love Pays. Now, regular season, this team did not perform the greatest, I think. Did they? I don't even know. Yeah, they went 2010. They had a good record. Gumushi, I think, was underperforming in the regular season, so Pays might be an upgrade. I think Pays will do fine in the regular season. They'll definitely qualify for maybe all internationals. They'll definitely qualify, like no question about it. I think, if I'm not wrong, I think Pays is a good player. I trust in Pays to lead them. Maybe they might actually win their first, regional championship ever since 2022 with Pays. I do trust in Pays. I am sorry to Doran. Doran, you are a great player. I like you, Doran, but I cannot trust you as a player. I do not like you as a player, but you're really good. I'll admit that Doran is a really good player. Owner, really good player. Faker, good player. Best support in the world. KIA. I think they'll be a top contender for the Summoners Cup with Pays. Now, I don't know how Pays is going to play against Ruler. I've never seen Pays play against Ruler, so he might get diffed, but he has KIA as a support. I think these 2 are great buddies. Let's see. Now that we finished our rankings, let's put them in numbers. Okay. Gen.G, of course, is going to be 1. Now, do I want Hanwha Life to be better, or do I want T1 to be better? FaZe does gap Gumayushi, but that was like a year ago. And oh, this is hard. I think yeah, okay. I think T1's gonna be better than Hanwha Life. Kanavi has I've never seen Kanavi beat Owner, but that's because they were on an LPL team. But I don't think that I do not think Kanavi is better than Owner. Doran plays. Dorn is Zeus's father. Faker is so much better than Zeka. Even if it's not mechanically, he'll give out comms. His comms are amazing. FaZe. But FaZe might lose bot lane. It's his first time back in LCK after LPL. KIA is better. I can't put them above Gen.G. This is the same roster that dominated last year. Plus, they only changed one player from T1. So, KT? I think KT is a fine A tier. I don't know if you guys agree with me. They have BDD. BDD is a great player. He has been a great player for like the entirety of his career. He'll carry his teammates. Cuz and BDD are great players. They might not perform in the regular season that well, but I think they'll do pretty good. DK, 2 rookies, can't really say much. I think they'll definitely be better than FearX, as they just kept their entire roster. FearX, good team. They have Diablo. They'll be competing with DK for 5th place, I think, in my opinion. Nongshim, I don't like their roster. I don't like Taeyeon. I don't like Scout. I don't know if you guys agree with me. FearX, they have Jiwoo. They'll do fine. They have Rich. They'll do fine. UCal, not really sold on. And they have a rookie jungler, so yeah. Freaks, Piosik, not really impressive. Dudu, not really impressed with. They got rid of Bulldog. Bulldog was a great player. They do have Doc Diamond Peter. Oh wait, why am I not ranking? Yeah. Anyways, Dian Freaks is definitely I think better than DRX, so I'll put that down. This roster, I can't put them bad. They're not a bad team. It's just this roster is not it for me. So yeah, this is my tier list. If you I could do a player tier list. I mean, you guys are gonna get mad at me. I already had KC fans get mad at me when I said Callistas did not have a great split 2 or 3. Like, wow, I'm sorry. My opinion. I saw that. You can say that, but anyways. But yeah, this is my roster or my tier list, and yeah, I'll do LPL. Actually, I can't do LPL. Oh my gosh, half the teams in LPL are. Anyways, I might do an LCS player ranking for top lane, mid lane, jungle, and bot lane and support. So if you guys want to see that, I don't know, comment it. So yeah.